everybody, welcome back to the show. This is the Mental Breakdown. I'm your host, Joey Velez. Happy Saturday. I don't know where you all live, but you all know I live here in Texas, and we had some crazy winds yesterday, up to almost like 50 miles an hour. Everything's okay. My little Hyundai Elantra was definitely moving around the roads on the drive to and from work, but we made it. But I'm hoping you are enjoying your weekend thus far. One thing I was thinking about this week that I'm extremely grateful for. And since I'm shooting this podcast right now, I think it's very relevant. But, every time I upload an episode, I see how many downloads I've had for the month, for the week, for the episode, whatever that is. And I'm just grateful that people are doing that, taking the time to download each podcast I record, uh, um, each time they listen to it, whatever they're getting out of it. I haven't gotten too much feedback from it yet, but just the fact that people are downloading it and listening to it means a lot to me. So hopefully I can keep putting out content for you all to download and listen to. But I read in my book the other day, a quote popped up related to commitment, and I thought it was very interesting, and I wanted to share it with y'all. And it goes, commitment doesn't mean that we never give up or go off track. Commitment means that when we do give up or go off track, we pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and get back on track. And I think this is very important because you're going to experience failure. You're going to experience setbacks. You're going to experience non-standard, non-typical things and situations that you don't have planned for, but it's how you respond in those moments that is ultimately going to make the difference between you reaching your goals, between being successful, or settling for mediocrity. Now, how does one sustain commitment? How does one get back up and dust themselves off and continue to move forward? I think first and foremost, it starts by leveraging your values. It's understanding who you are, what drives your daily behaviors, what causes you to get up each and every day. Even asking yourself, does giving up in this moment align with who I am or who I want to be? If the answer is yes, then okay. Uh, to each their own. If the answer is no, then okay, well, what actions or behaviors can I display right now that are more aligned with who I am? I think you can also adjust your goals. I think effective goals allow for adjustments when necessary. Injuries can throw you off track. So, being able to adjust your goals based on that situation. Making any sort of adjustment because maybe I'm excelling too quickly or not at the rate that I would like to can be frustrating, can cause you to go off track. So I think being able to adjust your goals to match your current skill set is okay. But then I think lastly, it's, acknowledging that things aren't going well right now, acknowledging that I may have just failed. That way we're not avoiding the situation, we're just naming what is happening, allowing yourself that time to reset, whether that's through, taking several deep breaths, or maybe it's just going outside, just enjoying some sunlight or whatever that is, doing something different than what you were doing, and then pressing on. So kind of like leveraging your values, but what behaviors, what things do I need to do right now to help me get back on track? So, ultimately, to wrap up, there are things that are going to happen in your life that you don't expect. There are some times where we are not going to achieve the results that we want to, but that doesn't mean that we have to give up or stop or not continue towards what we want to achieve. It's about identifying who I am as a person. It's adjusting my goals if necessary, but then also acknowledging what's happening or what happened, allowing myself to reset and then move forward. Okay, so these are a couple ways you can help maintain commitment towards those things you want to achieve. And that's what I got for you all today. Have a good rest of your weekend. There's some good basketball on, Formula One's on. Very exciting weekend. March Madness is upon us. I can't wait for the tournament next weekend. But don't forget, if you're not doing that, today is always a great day to make an impact on someone's life. All right, y'all. Have a good one. We'll talk soon.